the harsh fluorescent lights of the emergency. Clinic hummed overhead as Amina Reese's eyes cracked open. Everything smelled like antiseptic, yet warm plastic, and something faintly metallic, like rain on hot pavement. Her head throbbed. Her ribs felt bruised. A dull ache pulsed along her forearm, where a bandage tugged at the skin. She tried to sit up. Pain warned her not to. A monitor beeped steadily beside the bed. .com. Stubborn. AMIN. Swallowed. Her throat was dry, as if she had swallowed dust. Then she heard it. Not the machines, breathing soft. Tiny breathing that did not belong to any nurse. Amina turned her head, slowly, careful of the stiffness in her neck, and froze. They were everywhere. Small. Shapes curled on the chair by the wall. A little mound tucked under the edge of her blanket. Another sprawled across the folded towel on the floor. As if the towel had been placed there for that purpose. Cat cubs, kittens. Really, but not the lively, bouncing kind. These were careful, quiet kittens. Sleep-heavy, watching-heavy. Their fur came in soft storms of color. Ash gray, sandy gold. Charcoal black cream. White, tiny chests rose and fell in the steady rhythm of safety. Amina's heart tightened with a feeling she could not name. The smallest one was pressed against her side, tucked into the crook of her elbow, like it had always belonged there. A single paw rested on her bandage, claws barely visible, not digging, just holding. Amina blinked hard, trying to understand what she was seeing. A door opened with a careful click. Amina, the voice was gentle. Relieved, she shifted her gaze. Dr. Surah Kamal stood in the doorway. A vet coat over scrubs. Hair tied back. Eyes tired in the way that meant someone had been awake too long for the sake of someone else. Beside her stood an officer in a reflective vest, helmet tucked under his arm, posture softened by the scene in the room. Dr. Sarah stepped in quietly, as if afraid loud footsteps might break the spell. "You should not be awake yet," Dr. Sarah said. Amina licked her lips. "How long?" "Almost 2 days," Sarah replied. "You were in and out for the first night?" Amina's voice came out as a rasp. The kitten. Doctor says flicked down. Her expression warmed. "The kitten cub is alive," he said. "You got to her in time." Amina's chest loosened. Just a little. The officer cleared his throat. "Ms. Riza." He said softly, "You gave everyone a scare." Amina tried to remember. Headlights. A scream of tires. A small shape in the road, too. Too fragile. She remembered the moment her brain made the decision before fear could speak. Move now. Emna. Looked around the room again at the sleeping kittens. "Why are there so many? Doctor?" Sarah exhaled like she had been waiting for that question, "Because you did not save only one." Amina frowned, confused. Dr. Sarah walked to the chair. She gently lifted a corner of a blanket draped over it. 2 kittens blinked up, then immediately tucked their faces back down like shy children. "The one you pulled from the road," Dr. Sarah said, "was not alone. There was a drainage gap under the curb. We checked because you kept trying to point even while you were bleeding. You could barely talk, but you kept saying under the curb. Under the curb." Amina stared at her. Dr. Sarah nodded. "We found a nest for kitten cubs. Total 1 was the injured one. 2 were shaken but fine. 1 had a scrape on its PAWA and his throat tightened." Their mother. The officer's gaze lowered. He did not answer. Immediately, that pause carried the weight of the road. Dr. Sarah spoke instead, soft but honest. "We have not found her. We searched the median and the nearby alleyways. There are cameras we are reviewing. There is still a chance she ran." Amina closed her eyes. She remembered the road as a river of metal, the way people kept driving until a human body made them stop. She remembered her own hands, shaking, reaching. She remembered the kitten's cry, thin as thread, and the heat of the asphalt under her knees. She remembered the horn blasts behind her, the angry sound of strangers who had not yet seen what she saw. Amina opened Her eyes again. The tiny kitten cub beside her shifted, waking as if her thoughts had touched it. Luminous eyes looked up at Amina. Golden. Its face was smudged with faint dust stains that the bath had not fully erased. A small patch on its side had been shaved for treatment, revealing soft pink skin under the fur. The kitten made a quiet sound. Not a meow exactly, more like a tiny, uncertain question. Anas's fingers trembled as she reached. The kitten pressed its forehead. Into her hand, slow. Sure, daughter. Sarah smiled. The kind of smile a person gets when they witness something simple and holy. It recognizes you. Amina swallowed. What did I do? The officer stepped closer. Voice low. You stopped traffic. Ama blinked. Anyone would have. The officer's expression sharpened. Respectful. No, most people did not. They slowed. They stared. Some recorded they waited for someone else to do something. Dr. Sarah's tone was calm. Her eyes carried quiet fire. You went into the road like it did not matter what could happen to you. Amina looked away, embarrassed, exhausted. It was a kitten, cub. Dr. Sarah nodded. Yes, it was small. It was helpless. It was going to die, and you did not accept that. Ainam's memory flickered again. She remembered the moment the car clipped her. Not a full hit, a shove, a scrape, enough to knock her sideways, enough to make the world turn white with pain. She remembered the kitten cub sliding out of her hands and her own body moving. Anyway, crawling, reaching, refusing, Amma whispered, I could not leave it. The room shifted, as if those words changed the air. The kitten stirred. Tiny paws flexed. One. Lifted its head and blinked at Amina like it was checking if she was still real. The smallest kitten cub beside her made a tiny chirp. It climbed higher onto her blanket, careful not to press on the sore places, but determined to be close. Dr. Sarah leaned forward, voice softer now. They have not left you. Amina stared. They are staying here. The vet nodded. We tried to move them to the recovery room. Pens, they cried until the staff brought them back. Even the calm ones, the officer gave a short, breathy laugh of disbelief. One of them climbed into the nurse's sleeve. Dr. Sarris's gleamed. And this one, she said, gesturing toward Amina's side, refused to sleep unless it was touching your hand. Amina looked down at the kitten cub, something inside. Her cracked open. It was so small, so breakable, and yet it held on like it had decided Amina was the safest thing in the universe. Mayna's voice shook. How is it? Really? Dr. Sayer's face turned professional again. The injuries were serious. Bruised lungs, shock, a fractured rib, very small. But painful, we stabilized it. We kept it warm. We monitored it all night. Aina held her breath. Dr. Sarah's expression softened. It will live. Aminak, The officer shifted his weight, suddenly uncomfortable with how close the room was to tears. Ms. Riza, he said. Do you know what the driver said after? Amina frowned. Drivers, the ones who stopped, he clarified. The ones who got out after they saw you kneel on the road. Amina said nothing. The officers, voice lowered with sincerity. They said they felt ashamed. One man kept repeating, I thought it was nothing. I thought it was just an animal. Then he saw you. He saw you bleeding, still shielding that kitten. Cubbed with your body, he said. I forgot what kind of person I wanted to be. Dr. Sarah nodded once. It spreads, she murmured. That kind of courage does not stay contained. Amina shook her head weakly. It was not courage, doctor. Sayer's gaze locked onto hers. Then what was it, Amina? Tried to answer. The truth felt too simple, to be heroic. It was normal, she said. It should be normal. The kitten cub pressed its face into her palm again, purring faintly, like an engine learning how to run. Amina's throat tightened. Did someone bring them here? To me. Dr. Sarah nodded. Your sister did. When she arrived, she said you would not forgive us if you woke up and did not know, and I agreed. The officer's eyes flicked toward the kittens. People have been calling the clinic, he said. They saw the footage. They want to pay for treatment. They want to adopt. Amina's expression sharpened, despite her exhaustion. No, not strangers. Dr. Sarah raised a hand gently. I told them we would decide carefully. Amina looked at the kitten cub. They need to stay together, doctor. Syra smiled, small, satisfied. That is what I said. Amina tried to shift her hand. The kitten cub's paw followed, refusing to lose contact. Amina whispered, "You are guarding me." The kitten cub blinked slowly. Dr. Sar's voice warmed in its mind. You are the one who returned from danger. You are the one who did not leave. Amina stared at the ceiling, feeling the exhaustion pulling at her again like a tide. She thought about the road, about how fast a life could end, about how easy it was for a small thing to vanish without anyone ever knowing it existed. She thought about how, in that moment, her body moved without permission from fear. Humans did that sometimes. Not because they were fearless, because they decided something mattered more than fear. Miss. Eyes closed halfway, she felt the gentle weight of kitten cubs arranging themselves around her again. Resuming their quiet circle of warmth, the officer stepped back. Voice hushed. Rest. He said, "You earned it, doctor." Sarah adjusted the blanket with careful hands, then leaned close. "Sleep safe," she whispered. Amos' fingers curled faintly around the kitten cub's tiny paw. The last thing she heard before sleep took her was a soft, steady purr, like a promise and in the sterile. Humming clinic surrounded by 4 small lives that should have ended on the road. Amina understood something simple and fierce. She had not rescued them alone. She had reminded the world how to be human, and now they were here. Keeping watch. Asterisk, if this story touched your heart. Subscribe to Neon Cub Tales right now, new HFY. Stories and emotional cub moments are coming for you every week. Hit like if you want more kitten cub rescue stories like this.